Start in 1, 2, 3. Hello, guys. Welcome to our Jaguar Jungle or Jaguar Corner, whatever you'd like to call it. Today, I'll be your host. I'm Kyra Aguilar, and I'm here with
Marco Rodriguez.
Marco. Tell us what you're running for.
I'm running for Student Council Vice President.
We're here to ask them for some questions today. So, Marco, can you provide an example of a time you demonstrated strong leadership skills?
Yes, I can. So, for wrestling, for those of you who don't know, I'm a wrestler and I wrestle for McAllen Memorial High School. So, for wrestling, throughout the 4 year, well, it's going on 4 years. So, technically, throughout the 3 years that I've completed wrestling at Memorial, as new people started walking in and joining the team more and more, they usually get sent to me for like no apparent reason, but usually I'm the
Because
one
you're a
that
good wrestler.
oh yeah.
Duh.
Thank you. So they usually get sent to me, and coach tells me to teach them how to do the basics so that they're not lost on their first day, or if it is their first day, to like get them up to speed. So usually what I do is I'm sort of like a leader for them, so I mentor them and get them up to the skills that they're supposed to be performing at. Like recently we had this one wrestler, I forgot his name, but he who shall not be named. But he I think it was his first day, and I was like teaching him how to do the shots, and he got it down super super fast. And he was just like really good on his first day, and he has like no background experience in any martial arts or whatsoever. So
you're a good teacher.
Coach told me I was a good teacher, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't take it seriously because I didn't believe it, but I guess if...
I think you are a good teacher. Like, that's literally how I joined. I joined because of you. Like, Marco the wrestler, period. Vote him for student vice president, guys. Okay, Marco. Why are you running for this position? What drove you to this decision?
Okay, so I mainly wanted to run for this position because I've always wanted to be in student council. I ran last year for junior rep, but sadly I didn't get like elected as junior rep, and it was okay. Like I took it well, but I've always wanted to join student council to make decisions for activities that we do, and also because we've had a lot of issues in the past where events are like planned out poorly.
Yeah.
And usually people don't know like what's going on or how to dress up or events that are going on because miscommunication, as well as like poor planning. So I wanted to join to help make those decisions in order to make everything run smoother in a way, and also introduce new ideas to the school.
Yeah, I like that answer. Okay. If you get elected as vice president, what would you say is the first thing you do? Oh.
The first thing as vice president that I would try to implement is pep rallies, because for like events that we do, because honestly, I feel since my freshman year, I got really not upset, but discouraged from coming to Achieve like in my choice, because I went to Memorial.
Yeah.
It was during the first week of school actually, because they were having a pep rally for a football or something like that. And just seeing how everybody was interacting with each other and like all the events they were doing together, I like sat back and thought to myself, why didn't I come here? Like,
is Achieve really where I want to be?
Is Achieve where I want to be? Because
I get to miss out on all
I'm missing out on like the traditional high school experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just feel like if you choose to go to a school, you shouldn't be left out of any experience, especially a high school experience.
Exactly, yes.
Because you're only in high school one time for 4 years, which isn't that long compared to like...
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you're only a senior once.
You're only a senior once. Thank you, Miss Samaniego.
Yeah.
But I feel like you shouldn't be left out of experiences because of that. So I would try to implement pep rallies, because the interaction between grade levels and like genuinely like the vibe, I guess you can say, was really what I wanted.
Yeah.
My freshman year, and throughout like sophomore and junior year, I came to terms with it. Like, oh, okay, like I can still go to Memorial for pep rallies, and then I'll come over here for classes, like whatever. but I feel like we should have our own pep rallies because
Yeah, like we shouldn't have to be traveling to the other high schools to experience this.
yeah, exactly. And also Miss Amaniego had mentioned that she made an alma mater for the school. So she composed it with last year's class, and I feel like that would be an amazing way to implement that.
Yeah, I like that. Yes. So, as vice president, right? What is your role in student council?
As vice president, I'm basically like a support role. Think about a queen in the chessboard.
Okay.
Because the president, they're the head of the department. They're the ones with the final say. They're the ones that get approval from like mainly everybody and get like the ideas that they want and run the entire thing. Vice president is a supporting role where you're helping out the president get approval from different people, getting complaints that people don't like to try to get to fix them, as well as like different ideas that you want the president to like consider. It's not a one person job. Like being in student council is a multiple person job because there's candidates from different grade levels that like voice their opinions for their grade, and figuring out all the stress and planning and decorating and all that falls on the president, vice president, as well as like the reps. But I feel like president and vice president are main ones, and vice president is the supporting one to help the president out as much as they can.
Okay. The last question, actually. Who would you like to nominate for our next podcast?
For our next podcast, ooh, like it has to be someone running, right?
Yes, a senior running.
Anaí Ortega.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming on our podcast today, Marco. I love your answers. I
You're
wish you
very
the best of luck. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a nice day.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye. Hey.